I'm going to bring up Mr. Brad Powell, who runs Awesome Video Makers, and he has been here for the whole 3 days, rocking this with us for the live stream, and he's a world of awesome knowledge to increase your income online, on strategies, with video marketing. Should I just stop talking and bring you up? Let's do that. he's looking at me. Give it up for Brad Powell, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Powell. What's up, Brad? What's up?
All right. So I'm going to steal a question that I heard earlier today. How many people here think video is here to stay? Yes? All right. So I believe that too. In fact, hello, my name is Brad, and I am a videoholic. That's right. That's your tune to say, hi, Brad. So I want you to think about how you show up. And when you're thinking about it, I want you to think about what you choose to do when you bring yourself into a space where you can show up. And then think about how visible are you when you're doing that. And I'm going to guess that, especially in the visibility side, there's lots of room for improvement. And I'm here to tell you that video is the answer. Do you believe me? All right, so we're live right now. I'm live, you've been live for 3 days. All the speakers have been live for 3 days, and it completely amplifies our awesomeness. So I want to show you a little bit about why video is important, and then I'm going to talk about 3 ways to do it. And the 3 things that I'm going to talk about are audience, experience, and engagement. What did I just say? Great. So by the time I get to the 3rd thing, I can ask you and you'll remind me where I'm going. So now, here's some things to wonder about if we're thinking, okay, Brad's up there, we've been hearing about social media, I gotta do blogs, I gotta go to Pinterest, I gotta go to YouTube, I gotta go over LinkedIn, I'm doing all this stuff, and then this guy's saying, I gotta do video? Are you kidding? I'm busy, I got all my stuff going and I don't have time for video. So I wanna show you how to do this in a way where you can start with video and everything else gets done. Now, did you know that when people go online, I'm going to put this glass of water down. People go online and they're looking to discover things. In fact, if you're looking to discover something new, the most common way that you're going to do it is you're going to go online. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull your phone out and you're going to start scrolling like this. This is the behavior right here. And your target audience is doing the same thing when they're trying to discover you, or the thing that you do, or the solution to the problem that you solve. They're doing this right now. This is the trend. When people are doing this, they would prefer to watch a video than read a blog post. In fact, studies show, a study that was done here by HubSpot, local company that coined the term inbound marketing, they discovered that actually 80% of the people who are online, their behavior is they're watching videos instead of reading a blog post. When it goes to a platform like Facebook, it's actually 82% will watch a video instead of reading those text posts or looking at pictures of your cat. So, and engagement. On Facebook, a live video gets 1,200% more engagement than picture posts and text posts combined. It's powerful. So this begs the question, if you're not making a video, if you're not doing video on a regular basis, and you are doing all that other stuff, how are people discovering you? Like, what are they looking at? Well, they're looking at videos, 80%. And in terms of the engagements, the commenting, the replies, the lead generation that you're wanting, they're doing that with video. So the first most important lesson I ever learned about what to do when you make a video, and I'm going to share this with you now, was something that I learned when I first moved to Boston. And I moved here from the Pacific Northwest, north of Seattle, in Washington State. And the culture in northwestern Washington is not the same as the culture here in Boston. And so I wasn't used to like the local thing, the local greetings and that. So when I first got here, I said, okay, I'm going to go down to the Cape and check out the beaches, because I've heard, nice beaches on the Cape. I drove down to the town of Woods Hole. And I'm driving along, and I'm looking around, well, where is the beach, Woods Hole? And there's this guy walking down the side of the road. He looks like he's local. And I pull over, and I put down the window, and I say, hey, man, do you live around here? And he turns to me, takes one look at me, and he goes, what's it matter? And I went, oh, it's the local greeting. I didn't know. So he warmed up, and he did tell me where the beach was, but that guy, he is your perfect target avatar, especially if you're making a video. If you go on and make a video and it's all about you, it's not going to work. If you don't immediately, when you start, say, what does it matter to the people who are watching? Why is it important to them? What difference is it going to make to them? It's not going to work. So, I think if Simon Sinek had been from Boston, his book wouldn't have been Start With Why. It would have been, What's It Matter? So, audience. I want to show you 3 things. And the first one is audience building. So, and I really want to show you this. I did it once this morning, but I'm going to do it again because the afternoon stream is new. And this is how you're going to remember me. I want you to pull your phones out. This is very experiential. Hold your phone up. I'm not going to ask you to take a picture or a video right now, but just hold your phone up as if you were going to make a video. Just hold it up in the way you would hold it. Okay, great, awesome. Half of you are doing it correctly. If you're holding your phone like this, you're doing it wrong. You want to turn it on its side, yes. And that's because the world is a widescreen world. It's widescreen, baby. And if you go take a video like this, you're going to get these ugly bars on both sides of your video. So you turn it this way. It's the first thing. The second thing you do, if you're doing like a selfie video, hold your phone like this, in this grip. People pay me lots of money to teach them this. So hold your phone like this, and then bring your elbow in like this. And now I'm the human tripod. Do you see what I'm doing? And if you're shooting somebody else or something else, or at a concert shooting the favorite artist of yours, stand there like this. And you can do this all day long. And I can pan. I can do kind of those dolly things like that. It's really cool. Okay, so this is trick number 1. Trick number 2 is keep your phones out. Now go to Facebook. But this time, in the search at the top, type in awesome. And then after you type in awesome, type video makers, all one word. Anybody there yet? You see my page will come up in that result, and you tap on that result, and you'll come to my page, my Awesome Video Makers page. And just scroll down just a little bit, and you should see a stream with me looking out at all of you. Hello. Anybody see me yet? Oh, Ron's got it. Yes. So I'm here in your pocket. See how easy that was? So now what I want you to do to help me, because I'm the guy on the stage, is tap on the share link underneath me, underneath my, right down here. I'm pointing right here, it's down here. So just hit share and share it to whoever you want to share it to. Just share it to everybody you know. That's what I'd like you to do. Now, what I'm doing experientially is what I want to tell you that you can do. Yesterday, we had Lisa Sasevich here talking about speaking to sell. So if you're a speaker and you want to expand your authority and be a thought leader in your niche, and this is what you want to do, just simply to get more leads and grow your business and do that whole speak to sell model, well, imagine that you're me. And you were arranged, Mr. Awesome came to me and said, hey, Mr. Awesome Video Maker, I'd like you to get up on my stage and speak. I'm going to have 200 people in the room, and it's going to be great. And I go, great, 200 people. Well, if I get 200 people to share my live stream, if I'm going live, mute your thing, man. That's great. You're there, bonus. Yeah, right. Yeah, while you're there, you can also like my page, and you can hit the like button, and you can comment. In fact, if you all comment, Brad is awesome, I'm going to give you something super awesome that I'm not even going to tell you about. It's going to be so great, you won't even, you'll go, wow, that was amazing. So I'll tell you a story. Like a month ago, I stream a number of different live events here in Boston, and I was at an event which was a women's leadership panel, and almost everyone in the room was women, and there were about 55 people in attendance. And there'd been a lot of work to get those 55 women in the room, and we were streaming live, and I just got up and said, okay, I know you're thinking that there are a lot of women that you know who are friends of ours, or friends of yours, that are leaders and would like to be here at this panel. And they deserve to be here, but they couldn't make it today. So go to the page where it's streaming, share the stream. In that moment, in the 30 seconds that it took me to tell them to do that, we had 1,000 people watching the stream live. So I turned an audience of 55 people into an audience of 1,000. And you can just sort of imagine the math on this. Like, what if you got together in front of 1,000 people and they shared your stream someday? What would that do to your visibility and your authority and your impact and your ability to sell from the stage? Thing number 2, anybody remember what it is? Experience. Okay, so you saying, okay, well, Brad, you're doing video. Now, I want to do video. What do I say? What do I do? Like, I'm going to get in front of the camera, and now what? Well, I want you to think about experience from the point of experiential. What you want to give, everybody says, well, give value, give information. Information is king. And I'm going to say that actually, experience is king. And what I mean by that is, people are always in the before, and there's something that's keeping them to going to the after that's their desired outcome. And the reason that's what's holding them back, it's not you, it's not your price, it's not that your product is bad, it's not any of that stuff. It's that they don't believe in themselves enough to believe that they can do it. They're resigned, like whatever it is, like if they're trying to lose weight, if they're trying to buy a new house, if they're, and they can't find a house anywhere in the niche or whatever that they want, all this kind of stuff, they've resigned themselves to think, well, I just have to live like this, like without the house of my dreams, or without the body of my dreams, or without the job of my dreams, any of that stuff. And your job, when you go out and meet them, is to give them the experience of getting the solution to the desired outcome. And do that every time you go live. If I can give you the experience of holding a camera steady, you might start to think, I could do a video. And you just add these small, simple things day by day, and there it is. They're going, wow, I'm actually doing this. I'm getting closer to my after. And when you do that, you're very, very attractive. So you're wondering, how can I be attractive on my video? Give them the experience. What was the third thing? Engagement. Oh, brilliant. So the cool thing about Facebook is that when people comment and when people like and when people share, Facebook rewards you. They make your video more visible across everyone that shared it. Like they just simply go, hey, this must be relevant. People like this. Look at all this engagement that's happening with this video. Let's show it to more people. And they really do that. So when you're in a thing and you've got 55 people and then all of a sudden they all share it, the reason we get 1,000 people live is because Facebook actually notifies people, say, hey, Brad Powell is live, to a bunch of strangers as far as I'm concerned, but they're friends of friends. And the other part of engagement that works really well is that when somebody actually comments or likes your Facebook video, they show up. They're no longer an anonymous view number. And they're like, it's me. Here's my picture. Here's my name. And you can reply to them, and you can get back to them. And we're talking about lead generation. This is very powerful, really critical. What I do when somebody comments on my video, and you could prompt this, I can say, hey, if you've got this headache, and it's been there for 5 years, write headache in the comments, and all of a sudden I get headache, headache, headache. Well, every one of those people I can now start talking to in response. And I go over to LinkedIn, and I say, hey, thanks so much for watching my video, and let's connect. 100% of the people I invite who's watched my video to connect on LinkedIn, they all do it. And after that, I call them up. I basically send them an email. Like when you're a first-person connection on LinkedIn, you can see their personal email. It opens right up. And so I send them an email and say, hey, I'd really like to learn more about your thing. Let's have a virtual coffee chat. And then we get to talk. And this is a very, very simple funnel. There's all kinds of complicated online funnels. There's all kinds of complicated social media strategy. This is as simple as it gets. And all this other stuff that I was talking about at the very start, all these things that you have to do on social media, if you start with your live, go live first. It takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes of your day, and then take that content and repurpose it. If you can write a book from live videos, you can do all your social media from a live video. Put it on YouTube, put it on LinkedIn, put it on your blog post, transcribe it. There's your post. Done. And once you have that system set up, delegate. Like, all I do is I go live. And my team takes that video, every video I make, and they go here, 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 here. And then all of a sudden, I'm everywhere. And the same video is everywhere. So the last thing I'm going to leave you with is, and this is probably the most important thing, and the thing I'd like you to remember the most, is that people really hold back when it comes to making a video. I'm not quite sure why. And we've heard a lot of stuff over the last 3 days, very inspiring stories of people with really big challenges. And I'm going, wow, man, like, that's amazing. I don't know if I could do that. But getting in front of your phone is actually not very hard. You can do it. So when you're thinking of doing this challenging thing of making your own video, think of some of the people who are talking here today and imagine, like, wow, if, this isn't anything like that. This is easy. I got this. And if you simply show up as the person who you are, that is absolutely the most attractive thing that you can do. So thank you very much. That's me. And thank you for sharing my video. A question.
She's taking my job. I'm done. I don't even need to come over there.
Okay, hang on.
You sure you don't want to take the couch? There you go. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Hey, let's switch that up. I don't want to sit on the couch with him anyway.
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Here, stand up there. Be the guy in charge. I'll take care of this. How you doing, sweetie?
Hi. I've had some conflicting numbers for how long you should be online with a live feed. Is it 10 minutes, 20 minutes? Is it 3 days? Enlighten us.
It's not 3 days. I like to think of my video as a TED Talk. Like, I can do the TED Talk. Like, I don't have to be at the TED conference to do my TED Talk. I can just pull my phone out and here I go. And I can come up with whatever message that's the most profound thing ever today, and then again tomorrow, and then again tomorrow. So think of it as like 15 to 20 minutes, somewhere in that range. And the cool thing about live video is it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exact. So the reason to do it for that long is, one, people prefer to watch a long live video for longer than they'll watch a pre-recorded one. And two, your live video, it takes a while on Facebook for them to send out those notifications, especially if people are sharing. It's sort of like this wave and then a second wave and all that kind of thing. So you need to have some time to get people to actually come in the room with you.
Sorry, I just saw myself on camera. I was getting excited. Did that answer your question?
So your recommendation is at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes, somewhere in there. A TED Talk. Think of doing a TED Talk and then go do that.
All right, thank you.
You are the best. And I had one more question over here real quick before I play my best Josh.
Hi, great. Thank you for doing the talk. It was nice hearing you. My question is, how often? Once a week? Because I do Instagram sometimes, and I post stuff, and I try to be consistent, and I feel like once a week works, maybe like one post every day, but sometimes it's impossible in my business, so I try to do at least one a week. But then I find that when I do a post, I get a skyrocket of followers, and then when I stop, they start to unfriend me. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait a second, do people take the time to I don't know. So how often?
Well, I would say, first of all, don't burn yourself out.
Okay.
So if once a week is good for your schedule, do once a week. The only thing about it is you want to be consistent and you want to train your audience to when you're going to be live. So it should be always 5 at Friday or lunch on Wednesday, and do that every week and don't ever miss.
Because I have a second question. Sorry. My other question to you is that you're saying that our video should be probably informational, not about us, but about what we're doing. Because I don't necessarily sell anything. I mean, like a product. I sell services, but not a product. But I'm not really interested in selling like a product, just eventually my services. So let's say, for example, somebody reaches out, because somebody actually did, and said, what do you charge? I was like, what do I charge for what? I don't even know what I should be charging. Because I'm in real estate, so I was like, what am I going to charge you for?
Charge higher prices. Charge higher prices. How
So
much
you're
more?
in
More than
real
you're charging?
estate.
Well, in a very unique niche market, I sell investment properties, yes.
Okay, well, what do people need to know when they go to buy the properties that you're selling?
Most people just want to know what their cash-on-cash return is.
Okay, well,
give you-
educate them around that. Give them the experience of what it's like to be at the finish line, and do that in your video.
Okay. All right, got it. Thank you.
All right,
How are we
Eric,
doing?
I think you are, sorry. What am I doing? Byron? Do you have special plans for me?
You were going to thank Brad, but I'll do it now.
You have special plans for me?
It's okay. You're good.
No, so-
Guys, give it up for Mr. Brad Powell. But before we
He got a special Q&A, man.
before
He
we
gets a special
totally
one.
give it up for Brad Powell, you could in a second. I just want to ask you. Actually, let me ask him.
Yeah.
Well, then we're going to ask you. Did you already give it to him?
No.
Then I should use this. So I asked him, hey, do you have a gift for the audience? Have you guys kind of noticed that pretty much every speaker has a gift for you? Have you noticed that yet? That's what I wanted to do with Habitude Warrior. So what you got?
So I have two things.
Does anyone want a gift, first of all? From this guy? Well, let's do it. Here's two things, apparently.
All right, so
One's a glass of water.
one of them is that I have a group on Facebook called Video Making Mastermind. So just go onto Facebook, type in Video Making Mastermind in the search, and you'll find my group. It's free, and it is a video making support group for all of you who want to try this out and get support from this bunch of awesome video makers. And I go on there every single day, and I check out the coolest stuff, and I check out the people who are falling on their face, and I say, hey man, keep going. You're doing great. And then usually I'll say, think about this next time. And you'll get lots of great help, not just from me, but from the whole group. Second thing is that I've got a basic training that is called Go Live and Thrive. So if you want this, two things to do. One is go on my page on Facebook, awesomevideomakers.com, find the stream that you just found a minute ago, and in the comments, type Thrive. And I will get you the link to that training. Awesome Video Makers on Facebook. Find this stream right here. Find me right here. And write Thrive in the comments, and I will make sure you get that training. It's 4 videos and a webinar. It's all me. It's all Facebook Live. It's a Facebook Live training that's done on Facebook Live. And this way. Right, there we go. Yes. And if you don't want to go on Facebook, it's called, the URL is goliveandthrive.com.
GoLiveandThrive.com. Everyone's got it? Awesome. Do you have a text lead generation thing? No, well, you should talk to Doug Walls in the future then. So, guys, give it up for Mr. Brad Powell, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Powell. Brad Powell.